Hi, Stitchers. Welcome to the Pattern Queens Flosstube number 21. Today is Sunday, March 1st, 2020.
Yes.
And this week's episode is Leap Day.
Leap Day, because that was yesterday.
Katie has told me that I can only have 2 words on the intro screens. So it should get really interesting to try and come up with 2 words every week.
If you're new here, Katie's our IT department and also Laura's daughter.
Yes. So I am Laura.
And I'm Keisha.
And we always forget to tell you that.
We do. We just assume that you know.
Yeah. And we want to welcome you to our video. And we also want to tell you that this is a channel about cross stitch.
Yes. And pregnant pauses.
Didn't get it out.
And friendship and rambles.
Pregnant pauses. That was good. If you don't know it, Keisha is pregnant.
I am. And oh boy, that baby is growing. He went from 6 ounces to 8 ounces in the last week. So,
wow.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Whoa.
We're almost halfway there. I'm in week 19 now, so next week is halfway. So
that's awesome. Yeah. It's amazing to think of it being like that.
Yeah. It's a little overwhelming, guys.
Yesterday was Stitch Day with the group here in Kansas City. Keisha wasn't able to make it this week.
Yeah, I wasn't able to make it, but my mother-in-law was visiting from out of town, so we stitched together anyway.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. We had a great time. There were a lot of people there, and the ladies from Kansas made it up.
Oh, wow. Sorry to have missed you.
It was really fun, and I'll show you something I got. So it's kind of fun. Let me start off with this. I'm going to show you the latest thing that Love You More is doing. I'm really without the words this morning.
That's okay.
We have a glow forge, and we are starting to do just some new projects. So this is kind of a tester. I'm going to get closer. Oh, this way. Closer. There we go. So this is wood, and we've made it into a needle minder. And it's just a design that Katie did. Queen bee.
I like that so much.
It smells like wood too. Because it engraved, you can smell the that it was engraved. So we are playing with magnets because can you see how thin that is?
Yeah, that's pretty thin.
Look at this, you guys. Can you see how teeny tiny thin that is? So I had this on Thursday, and every time I wear mine, and then I put my needle up here, and every time I would go to pick my needle up, it would make the magnet fall off inside my shirt.
Oh, well, that's always good in a public place.
Yeah. So I made the ladies laugh about where it ended up yesterday when we were out there, but I won't say that on our channel because I already talked about inappropriate things last week.
Laura's the inappropriate one of the group.
But I did use a magnet just this big. So it's definitely bigger. It's the same width, but it's a little thicker. And it worked fine yesterday. So we both were successful this week.
We were.
We have a couple of finishes.
Yes,
Would you like to show?
Yes. Okay. So if you remember last week, I spun my whip wheel and I spun fireflies from Mill Hill.
That is so cute.
Yes. And let me go ahead and since I usually do this, I'll show you a picture of what it looked like whenever I started. So here, we got a little bit of glare from outside, but that's where I started.
Because it's thinking it wants to be spring in Kansas City.
And here's the finish.
It's so cute.
Got all kinds of beads on there and got that little star charm. So I'm really happy with it. And this came with a magnet, so what I'm probably going to do is cut it out and attach the magnet and put it up on my little metal filing cabinet at work.
Oh, fun. And you've been wanting some things there.
Yeah, I want to decorate a little bit.
Well, that's awesome that one came up then.
Yes, it's nice to get it done.
So I was trying really hard to finish my other piece, and when I decided I'm really not going to finish it, then when I got home from the stitch group, I sat down, I found my What the Dickens, which is this one from the Cricket collection.
I love this one.
And the reason I haven't been able to find it, normally when I put them in a bag, I put them in a bag that would kind of indicate to me what's in there. I put this in the La Sirenita sleeve,
Oh,
which is the Little Mermaid.
right. Which makes sense because mermaids probably live in that house.
Well, I felt like it after,
Right.
So what I had to do was put on the beads. Maybe I'll put this behind it. I had to put on the beads. And I also discovered that the chimney needed a little bit of love too. So
This is
there
so
it is. I'm going to get
pretty.
real close. Look at that. And I'm almost, oh, yay, look, I'm all the way on there.
Nice.
It's crooked, but
It's okay.
And I am going to tell you that I did not count to these upper beads.
Yeah.
I kind of cited them. Like I would look and say, oh, this one's supposed to be kind of above this letter, and it's, maybe to this side or whatever. And that's as much as I did. And these beads that I ended up finding are clear beads with a white center. So it gives it a little more sparkly snow effect. But
very cool.
that is my finish.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I was really excited about that.
I'm sure you've been talking about finishing that one for weeks.
I know. And, I've been trying to figure out where did I put it down after I got my whip separated and my 10 and 20 separated from that. And I couldn't find it in either tub. Didn't know what was wrong with that. I think I kept looking at the Little Mermaid sleeve and going, it must be a water piece in there. And I would go on and I never looked in it. And last night I thought, I'm just looking through it all. And I brought the tub out and looked through and I'm like, totally, that's why I can't find it. So anyway, it was fun.
So those are our finishes.
Yeah.
Very exciting week.
So next up we have stash. I told you that the Kansas girls were here. So Judy brought some bags and I can't resist. And look at this. Yeah. Is that so pretty?
So pretty.
And the inside is another fabric from the line because it's the exact check as the background on this. And I just love it. And then Judy always chooses something pretty. So she chose this really pretty coffee colored button. And she does a button on the inside as well to help steady that. So then I had to make a quick stop by Cece and Company. I started to say the old mill because I saw Mary this week, one of the owners. So I made a quick stop by Cece and Company with Vicky, and I have been looking at this, and this is Carriage House sampling that is old enough that it was Kathy Barrick. It's called Withering Tulips, and I'm sorry, Keisha, I just keep covering you.
They're not here to see me. They're here to see the cross-stitch stuff.
And I'm sure you can read it, but it says, the pink will fade, the tulip wither, but a virtuous mind will bloom forever. And I just loved all those tulips. Yeah. They're so pretty. There are only about 6 colors in this, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to pull out the overdyes and just choose a few that will change some in there and go from there. So, because like the lettering is more than one color, but I can choose a green that'll
just do everything. Yeah.
So anyway, that's one. Then I got there and our friend Laura was cleaning out her stash.
I'm so sad I missed this.
Especially because she's already seen what I found.
Right.
She has the 12 Days of Santa, and they made, whoever this was, made working copies and left them attached. I don't know if Laura did or if they came this way, because I think these came from our garage sale. But I think I have all 12 of them here. And I'm going to show you which one I think is my favorite one. I'm going to hand these to you and let you look when I'm done here. I like this guy.
Oh,
I love that yellow.
Yes.
So, and I have a really good button stash, so I may be playing with that to see what all I have that can go on there. And then the Debbies were next to me, and one of them said to me, Laura, I think this looks like you. It says, many are the stars I see Yet in my eye, no star like thee. And it's from the Sampler Girl. I really thought that was cute. So I will have that. And then I also have, this is Homespun Elegance Country Spirit Collection. And it just says Pin Cushion Graph Package. I wonder if it has another name. I didn't look at that. Sewing tools. I don't know that it says it anywhere out here. But look how cute that is.
That is cute.
I thought that would be a fun one.
Yeah.
Then T.A. Smith Designs. And if you guys remember, I have the Motif Musings. That's the great big long one on blue that I'm using a blue and purple thread. So I thought, I like her well enough. I'm going to do this. And Shelia, I'm thinking that if these two squares that are on here, where's my finger? This one and the one way over here. If those two squares are the same size, I'm going to do a biscornu. Because wouldn't that be beautiful?
That would be cute. My favorite thing on the back, it says, I used green for my design, but use your own colors. Be daring.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yep, I like that one. So, and then the favorite one.
I'm very jealous.
I saw this and I'm like, oh, that's on my list, on my needlework wish list. It's from Art to Heart and it's called Mischievous Monster.
Oh, I love that.
Is that adorable? I think it's Gary who is working on this crazy thing, and he may have even finished it. I am so stinking excited. I can't hardly wait.
I know. How
and
could you?
Yeah. And the person who had this made a working copy, and I'm looking at the size of the symbols, and I'm thinking that was a really smart idea.
Yeah, it looks pretty small.
So I may be
using that.
I may be making another one, and that's because the working copy in there is highlighted. So, but that's it. Oh, I bought a couple of beading needles, and I bought another pack of petite needles.
Oh, okay.
Because I have put all of my needles into new projects.
Right.
And yes, I leave my needles with my project. I know you're not supposed to do that. I did it.
I sometimes leave my stuff in hoops.
Oh, we are bad girls. I'm gonna tilt this a little bit.
Okay. Hey,
that's better.
We're further down now.
You don't have to look at my ceiling, you know.
Right.
Okay, so that was quick.
Yeah.
And we're up to whips.
All right, we're up to whips. Well,
I gotta get a drink. Excuse me.
I didn't go to Thursday night stitching. My mother-in-law's been with us all week, and so I've just been staying at the house and visiting with her, and I didn't get very much stitching time this week, and I did not work on Hot Run Hollow this week.
Oh.
So I don't have that to show. But we're starting a new month.
Yes.
So we'll be moving on to a different block next
And
time.
neither of us were very successful with February.
No.
I don't know what happened to us this month.
Too tired.
Yes. I have slept through February. So
I know, February seemed to go so fast. But the other thing that I worked on, and I don't have a full picture up to show you, and all of my copies are digital copies.
I think you guys should probably know what this is.
I pulled out Quotes to Live By to work on yesterday, and I already had this part down here. Basically, I did the T, the E, and the S yesterday evening.
I love this, and it's from Stitchrovia, right?
Yes, it's from Stitchrovia, and I think this is discontinued. I don't think you can buy it on her Etsy anymore.
No, because see, I've procrastinated.
Yeah.
I may have to contact her and say, I procrastinated.
Please. But yeah, I really, for some reason, I just really wanted to work on this. So I pulled it out. But
I love that.
That's all I have. The rest of the week I worked on finishing up Fireflies with my stitching time. So that's it for me.
Okay. Well, I did work on A Year at Hawk Run Hollow. That is the February block. And like I said, I didn't do much. Oops, what do I have going on here? I think my needle went like back and forth.
Oh, it did.
Through the fabric.
This is the hazard of keeping a needle with your project.
Yeah. This one's attached to the floss. You know what? I'm just going to pull it off the floss. Pull the floss off it. And I'm struggle
Real-
busting it.
Real-time whip maintenance, folks.
Hold, please. Okay. Now, is it in an okay place? I mean, it's moved up there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's okay. You guys will get the idea.
And, then it won't be dangling down the front of the piece
Right.
either. So this is where I am.
Well, you're...
Hello.
That's where you are.
See, it's never quite where I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I did all of that white on the heart, and at the top, that little bit sticking up and around and all that is the girl's top and some spots on her skirt.
Oh, okay.
I did one little snowflake.
Oh.
But you can kind of tell there's her arm. This is her, well, no. This is her top and her arms.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like,
part of the lake.
I don't know, yeah.
Wow.
So
that looks like a lot of progress to me for a Thursday night. I usually don't get a whole lot done.
I was just tired, and I used your suggestion to fix it.
Okay.
And it's going to be fine.
Awesome.
And the more I look at this red that I changed the heart to in here, the more I like it.
Yeah, I think it looks really good with that orange.
I think that's a good color family to go with them.
I think so.
So that makes me really happy, because that means going forward I can use either the orangey color or the red color, depending on what I want. So that was Thursday. Now, most of this week, I told you that I was bad last week and I didn't do what I spun. So this week I did what I spun last week. I have been determined that Strawberry Town from Kathy Barrick was going to get done. And this is one that I'm doing using wildflowers from Karen, which are pearls. And so I'm only using one strand. The only thing that's different is that I had to use a different white because I didn't have a white this thin. Although if I would have looked at the balls, the DMC pearl cotton balls, I'm sure I had one.
It's okay.
Because I think it's about a number 12. I am this far. And I stopped. Thank goodness Keisha is here. And I stopped because I want to make a decision about a second blue or just using all one color to do some of the berries. But I did finish all of the houses. I got them all filled in. And I really don't have that much more. And I will tell you, I oopsied on the hearts and I'm not taking it out. I'm not going to be sad about it because they're kind of cute.
Yeah, I like it. I think the yellow looks really good on the green fabric.
Thank you. And I think it's going to be weird and quirky.
That's good.
Which is kind of me. And then yesterday, you didn't even comment. Yesterday.
Well, I didn't think of it.
Yesterday was Leap Day, and a group of us have decided to do night walks down. If you want to join in on night walks down, there is plenty of time because since I was so focused on Strawberry Town, I'm going to show you my great big start. Keisha's laughing already.
Now I don't feel so bad about not starting it.
There it is. I hope it's on the screen. That's it. It's the dark part of the moon.
Oh.
The moon is right here, and there's that gold just on the back side of it. So I decided, I started it, and I have until next Leap Day to finish it.
Right. That's plenty of time.
And then I had not given my 10 and 20 any love. So I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning.
Wow. I haven't been.
I finally gave up, and I came in and I sat down and I started stitching on the black pearl.
I like this one a lot.
And I knew that I had a little oops on it, and I have it fixed and under control. This is on 28 count Tempest Cashel from Picture This Plus. It's the only one I've told you what it's on. Look at her. I love her.
Wow.
So I got the swing seat in today.
Oh, awesome.
So that was pretty good. And I know where I'm going from there. It's a lot of hair. I actually think I'm doing the skin next because that will give me a good guideline
for where the hair goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everything in so that I can just fill in the hair and be done. And then I think that I need to I have to make some decisions because I don't have enough floss for that border.
Mm.
And I have to decide if I have enough floss for the words at the top. Which would mean that I need to make a trip to Picture This Plus because that's where I got it.
Oh.
That would be rough, right?
Oh, so rough. It's no fun visiting Picture This Plus at all.
No. Just awful. Punishment like nobody's business.
Yeah. I'm being surrounded by that fabric. Who could deal?
So anyway, that's it. I feel like I got it.
Yeah.
I touched a lot of stuff, even though I spent most of my time on Strawberry Town.
You made up for my lack of whips, that's for sure.
Oh, and Keisha and I are hosting What's Your Stitchin', a group on Facebook. A lot of you have come and joined us, which has been really fun.
Yeah,
and this weekend we were doing a leap day challenge, so it's through tonight.
Right.
And we're supposed to just see how many hours we could stitch. And we divided into Team Purple
and Team Green.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we just decided to do hours because sometimes it's hard to count your stitches, and sometimes there are people who stitch a lot faster than others. So we just wanted to make it kind of fair.
You know what? The hard thing for me is that, I mean, I guess hours is the great equalizer, but sometimes I don't have as much time to stitch.
Right.
And so, you know, I'm like, well, if I get all of these stitches in, they should count.
Right.
But
it's kind of hard.
Okay.
But, you know, it's just for fun. It's only for bragging rights in the group.
And with all of the time we spent yesterday, I think that we said, most of the ladies when they were leaving said that they had put in 7 hours. And I stayed later than they did. So I get a little bit more. Yeah. But my day, let me tell you this, because I came home and once I started beading, I was determined not to stop. So I stitched a total of 12 hours yesterday.
Wow. I haven't done that this whole weekend.
I mean, that was crazy.
I did tell my mother-in-law I was working on Fireflies on Friday, and I was like, I am not going to bed until this is finished.
Do you guys get like that too? Do you like, I always call it smelling the finish, that you can just smell the finish and you have to keep going.
Yeah. Well, and you think, you're like, oh, I only have a little bit more to do. This will take me like 15 minutes maybe. And then 2 hours later, you're like, well, I've only got like 30 more stitches to do.
and well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I really have more like 100.
Maybe I should have went to sleep.
So, but yeah, it's been fun. I was excited to have another finish. I do stitch from stash. I think you do too. And we have to account for ourselves. I was trying to have a finish because it was the end of February. And really, I've wanted that one done for a long time.
Yeah. So. I mean, honestly, she's been talking about it for a while.
Yeah. So, okay, we are up to plans.
All right, plans.
We are the spinny girls. You want to spin first?
Okay, well, just as a reminder, so I put everything, all of my whips on a wheel. I've been taking off the ones that I've worked on. And I work on them Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thursday is for Hawk Run Hollow if I get the time to work on Hawk Run Hollow. And Saturday is for whatever I want to stitch on. So we're going to spin it and see what I'm working on this next
It'll be
week.
exciting.
Hopefully it's something fun. Really, hopefully it's just quotes to live by because I've been working on that. Oh.
In the Forest.
In the Forest.
What's
it's another Stitchrovia one.
Oh.
It's the one that I'm doing as a memorial piece for my grandpa. So that'll be sweet.
That'll be a nice week.
That'll be good. It's I don't know, maybe I can get a picture of it, of the finished thing.
Yeah, I can't think of that one.
Hold on just a minute because I'll have to go through my PDFs because I have it saved as a PDF.
And look at this. I'm writing it down so we're both looking down right now. We are so interactive with you.
We're making great eye contact. I feel good about it. Let's see. I got to find it. I downloaded it a while ago, and I don't know about you, but I just, anytime I see something free that I might want to stitch online, I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking it. Let's see if this has the...
Oh, hey, I want to share something with you while Keisha's finding this. The ladies were sharing with me yesterday that when you go on Etsy to buy a pattern, please don't click the ads, because there is a new thing that Etsy, if you click an ad while you are on somebody's page, Etsy will take 15% of the sale from, like, if I were buying a needle minder, they
Uh-huh.
would take it from the needle minder maker
Oh gosh.
because I clicked an ad on that page. And if you click an ad on that page, it will do it for 30 days.
Oh no.
So one of our friends is
Uh-huh.
on Etsy, and she said that a bunch of makers this weekend all put their shops on vacation as just kind of a protest. So
yeah, I didn't know that because
I
whenever
didn't
you're on
either.
there, they'll do things that are like, oh, you like this, you might also like this,
Hmm.
and I didn't
And
know
that's
that.
really frustrating.
Yeah,
So, and
definitely.
they're raising their rates again, and what they sent out to people who have Etsy shops is a message that says, "Oh, if you just raise your prices by about 20%, you'll cover it." So, like, we make book sleeves. Our book sleeves, our standard is $18. So if I raised it by 20%, I would raise the cost of my standard book sleeve by $3.60, which we would round because we would
Right.
not keep something weird.
Yeah.
So we would be over $20 for a standard sleeve. And that's just crazy to me. That's
Well,
when we get frustrated with
right,
things. So,
right. And people already don't want to pay what art is worth. I
yes.
feel like, and so by raising that, you're just
Mm-hmm.
hurting the creators. I think.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I'm sorry. I went on a rant in the middle of that.
That's good information to have, though. You know. So this is In the Forest. By
Oh, I
Stitcher.
love that.
So I don't have a whole lot done on this one, so I'm excited to dive into that. So
Cool. Okay, plan wise, I've been kind of thinking about Stitch Mania and whether I'm doing it, what I'm going to do. I have several things on my devices, and I always forget they're there. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I will kit them up, and I will start only those projects and work on them during May.
Oh wow, that's a good idea because I know I have patterns that I forget about.
So other than our Hawk Run Hollow, I'm hoping that that's what I can do. And I know it'll mess with my whips and everything else in my 10 and 20, but I just feel like they've been there because I bought the fall pack.
Oh right.
From them, from right?
No.
From oh help me, Satsuma.
Satsuma.
I bought the fall pack from Satsuma. It has 2 great patterns. Plus, I have a third one from them. I think it's called Primavera, and I've not started any of them. And I'm always like, oh, but I really want to start that.
Yeah, I have a couple of the Pretty Little Cities from that series that I haven't started. That are
See,
just
I forget because they're on my device, and that's not how I work.
Right.
So I'll try working on it, at least to start in May. And if I don't like it, I'm going to print them out, and then they will be started anyway, and I will have the pattern in with them.
Right.
So
awesome.
That's my thought.
Yeah, that's good.
Have you given any thought to?
I am probably not going to do Stitch Mania because that is too soon. Too close to baby, and I probably don't need to start all of that many things.
Well, I'm not going to start very many. I'm only going to start whatever I have in here, which means I get to start the charity chart.
Ooh,
you know the one I really
that one.
And one of our friends finished it, and hers is beautiful. And I'm like, "Did you use what they called for?" And she said, "Yeah, it's all DMC." Is it Jane? I would have to look at it. Jane Marshall, Sarah Marshall, Jane Marshall, the one from Hands Across the Sea, the sampler. It's beautiful. It's all DMC. Her fabric is slightly lighter than theirs, and it made everything, it looks just different than theirs because of that.
Wow.
So, okay, I am also spinning. I'm chatty this morning. I am also spinning my wheel. So, this one is my whips. Here we go.
haven't seen each other for a week, guys. We got to get all of our chats out.
June Morning by Good Housewife. I like that one.
Oh, good.
Isn't that nice when you like your whips?
Well, you've been through me spinning my least favorite whips.
Yes. So. I do have a couple on here that have maybe a black heart by them because they're struggle projects. But so far that hasn't come up. And then I'm going to bring up my other one, which is my 10 and 20. And, it's the little one. Did I take the one off of here? You know what? I did not take it off of here, but I'm going to fix something real quick. But you know what? They all have to get done So if it comes up again this week, then I didn't do very much on it anyway. There it is.
Alright.
Take 10 and 20, so it's only 10 little projects. I didn't get quite far enough. There we go.
Ooh.
Paradigm Lost. That's my big long dog.
Mm-hmm.
And Keisha and I are planning to try and do, help me out.
Death by Cross Stitch.
Death by Cross Stitch and maybe Life After Death. We may be doing 2 different ones.
Instead of Hawk Run Hollow next
year. Yeah, that'll be our Thursday thing. And I said I need to finish my Paradigm Lost before I move on to that. So
Nice.
that's a good one.
And you like that one.
I do. My 10 and 20 are things that I really want finished, but they're also things that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome.
It'll be fun.
All right.
So those are our plans.
Yeah. Good plans.
Pretty good. You'll hopefully get to see some cool things next week. And Katie and I are going to insert a little video, hopefully here, about frogwarts. And we're going on a little field trip today. So when we get back, we're hoping to make a video and just put it right in here. And then that will give you a little more information because there are some changes and they're exciting. So
that's awesome.
But that is it for us this week.
Yeah. So thank you all for stopping by and for watching us and subscribing and liking the video and chatting with us.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, if you have any questions or any comments, just leave them below. We love that.
Yes, we do.
But hopefully you have a great stitchy week and get lots of stitches in on things that you love.
Yes. So. And if you're stitching some of the same things we are, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm still waiting for my partner to tell me that she's ready to stitch. So we'll see. Right. Doreen. We can wait until June, July, whatever you want to do. It's fine. So that is it. Have a good week. Bye.